Previously on the SDP.
Well, this last couple of games, plus the excessive success of Frozen, that's another story, have destroyed my faith in the American entertainment industry. So as a sign of protest, I'm moving my show to Canada.
Ganbatte ne.
My good man, I suggest you have a little more faith in me.
But now this happens.
Delivery for Kevin. You again? How the Falcon Punch did you even find me? I thought I moved to Canada or something. I mean, look out the window. Does that look like Pennsylvania scenery to you? Excuse me for a minute. Hey, turn that racket off. I'm filming here.
Say the magic word.
Turn that racket off, eh?
Sorry.
Thank you. Wacky neighbors. So what have you got for me? I take it you're the one who left all those games for me to review at my old place. All that wee shovelware. Oh goody. Even more of the same. You know, I moved out here to make a fresh start, so I'm not going to review this. If you don't, I'll steal your show. Steal my show? What are you talking about? Well, in the year or so since you've left your channel untended, you probably didn't notice, but I found out your account ID and password. Prove it. Sure. Your password is... So, did I get it? I'm not going to answer that. I did, didn't I? Besides, you really seemed interested in those first two games. You got me there. It's true, I genuinely had things to say about those two games, but lightning can't always strike twice. 3 times. Alright, I'll review your stupid game, but I won't like it. Don't forget to subscribe! Hi, welcome to the SDP, eh? I'm Kevin, the happy hipster.
僕はイチゴアニメの京都ホストだ。
And I'm coming to you from my new home in Canada.
客室には同じように見えるね。
Yeah, that was one of my criteria for finding a new place. Unfortunately, that meant I couldn't get a better deal somewhere else. Now I'll never be able to afford an Xbox One.
これを思った。
I mean, not that I even want an Xbox One. I'm just saying that since this new console generation sucks. But do you want to know what doesn't suck? The Circus! Yes, like all Canadians, I take great pride in our foremost contribution to the world's culture, Cirque du Soleil. And yet, I found circus themes and settings to be surprisingly underrepresented in video games. The last one I can think of was Circus Charlie, made by Konami back in 1984, and even that was basically a glorified Donkey Kong. Well, thanks to my slave, or is it master, I found another one, but to get to it, we'll have to, once again, wade into the world of Wii shovelware. I'm talking about a world that kept Wii Play on the top of the charts for years, so yeah, this is gonna suck. Enter Go Play Circus Star, which comes from the Majesco-published, budget-oriented Go Play line of titles. Proving their priorities are kind of different-y. One of these games is about being a lumberjack. A lumberjack. And not the kind who puts on women's clothing and hangs around in bars either. But strangely, you'd think that I'd find some connection with the lumberjack game, being Canadian and all, but I just couldn't, eh? Nor could I be arsed to play the darn thing. But I do have such a fondness for the circus, so naturally I had to try out Go Play Circus Star, the subject of today's review.
The structure of this game is vaguely styled after Rock Band in that you earn fans some money from good performances, with your ultimate goal being to collect 5,000 fans. I don't know what happens when you reach that milestone because I haven't gotten that far, and I don't think I even care to. Problem is, the act of actually earning those rewards is where the trouble starts. Of the 15 events you can play, 6 of which are available from the start, quite a few recycle mechanics from each other. For example, there are 5 events, tightrope, unicycle, elephant ride, rollabola, and trapeze, that involve balancing the Wii Remote left to right or forward to back to hit targets without going too far. There are a few standouts, if I may use that word sarcastically, such as the trampoline and aerial silks, where you collect targets without hitting the roof or other acrobats respectively, the Magic Act, which despite operating under tight time limits, I still found way too easy, and the knife throwing event, which of course has to use an inanimate dummy. Gotta keep that E rating by any means necessary. Furthermore, almost all of the events give you the option of using the Wii balance board, and I do appreciate how well integrated the balance board is in this game, even though if I was unable to try those modes out, seeing as how I don't own a balance board.
After all, I've got enough expensive peripheral controllers lying around the house as it is, and I think that half-broken Guitar Hero drum kit in the corner would agree with me, eh?
Consistent good performance will fill up a meter. Once it's filled up at least one time out of 3, you can press A to perform a special stunt that earns you more fans. While these can be used strategically to interrupt the action at critical moments, such as on the unicycle event where it cancels any impending attacks, the maneuver you perform is always the same for each of the 3 levels. Not helping matters, the cutscenes in which these special moves take place are rather poorly animated. Combine that with the character models, which seem ripped from some bad Nintendo 64 game, and it feels less like you're pulling on some cool moves for the crowd, and more like you're watching some animation student's failed college project.
I'm sorry, baby, I still love you.
You have the choice of 6 characters which you can't change after starting a profile, nor customize, and their voice acting is as dorky as pretty much everything else in the game.
Increditacular!
Who are these people anyway? Why did they join the circus? What are their specialties? Do they even have frickin' names? Apparently no, so I'm gonna add some of my own. Here's Fire Emblem, Blue Rose, Rock Bison, Dragon Kid, Sky High, and Lunatic.
Yeah, I know I stole those names from the anime show Tiger and Bunny. And I went out of order. And I used one of the male names for a female. But hey, at least it's something close to a personality. I mean, it's not like I'm given a lot of personality to work with here, eh?
And then there's the Ringmaster, who's like gag me with a spoon. He starts off every event with some lame introductory lines, which rhyme because... funny?
You'll be walking so high above the ground, your courage and daring must surely be found.
Let me guess, for the Flying Trapeze event, is he gonna rhyme it with the phrase, with the greatest of ease?
Fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Fans are thrilled when you ride the trapeze.
You're dead to me.
All the while, he flails his arms about like a guy trying not to drown, and his voice sounds like the world's worst Dr. Eggman impression. Come to think of it, the real Dr. Eggman would have been a better choice. Fortunately, you can turn him off thanks to the only option in the options menu. I'm sorry this review was so short, considering how much I've managed to considering how much detail I've packed into my last few episodes, but there's really nothing much to say about this game. The minigames are repetitive, the graphics are dull, and it's not the immersive Circus experience I was hoping for. Go Play Circus Star scores 30%, an F.
Sorry, but that's all I've got, eh? And yet, despite my disdain for this game, not to mention the whole lame minigame genre, I admit I could really get into it if it was, better. Specifically, I would have included a greater variety of events, drawing inspiration from circus styles around the globe. Individual tricks could be done at any time through Tony Hawk-style button inputs. I'd tighten up the graphics, obviously, and set up a character and outfit customization system. And going hand-to-hand in that would be a restructured career mode where you could build up your character's stats through training games in between shows. And if I really wanted to push the envelope, I'd add some sort of manager mode where you could set up your own shows, customizing the acts and themes. Yeah, call me a wishful thinker, but it's better to have a big imagination that doesn't go anywhere than to be stuck with a product that won't even hold your attention span for a single 1-hour session. Am I right? What am I saying? No one's ever going to make something that awesome. And not even the exact thing I described. I mean, anything with the same general quality of awesome or better. Such is the world we live in, Ichigo. I'm afraid I'll never psych myself up for anything again. I can't even psych myself up to do the Canada thing anymore. Especially not since I've got the SD gamer knocking on my door every night, leaving little surprises to review. I mean, what's next? Anubis 2? Ninja Bread Man? Oh, please don't tell me it's Chicken Shoot.
何か他を批評する?
And let him mold my show in his image? How about no?
彼をさせませんよ.
I could, but that just isn't the Canadian way, eh? Oh, right, I forgot I'm not doing that bit anymore. But even if I did something else, what should I review?
サーカスについて何かは? 良い何か?
Circus, eh? Good, eh? Well, that would be a change of pace. Tiger and Bunny it is, then.
それはない.
Relax, I'm just kidding, pal. Until then, this is Kevin with Ichigo, and you are the Resistance. I don't always ask for subscribers, but when I do, I do it with the greatest of ease. Yeah, even when I say that, it sounds so dumb. Oh well, stay thirsty, my friends.